Has something gone wrong in your life? Why, it's clearly the result of the wicked work of one demon or another. Before humans came up with modern theories of medicine, natural phenomena, and so on, it was common to blame anything and everything bad on demons and evil spirits. That's especially true if you knew you'd screwed up yourself. Why take responsibility when it's all a demon's fault? Due to the prevalence of this belief, people have come up with all sorts of demons, some of them incredibly weird. If you thought all demons looked like little red guys with pitchforks, think again. Today, we're looking at 6 of the most bizarre demons you've never heard of. Our first demon takes bathroom break a little too literally. Say hello to Sulak, the haunter in the toilet. You're probably at your most vulnerable when you go to the bathroom, right? Well, that's where Sulak decides to lurk. This demon comes from ancient Babylonian mythology and appears as a bearded man with the lower body of a lion. Not exactly the kind of thing you want to see while you're doing your business. Sulak's domain is sickness and disease. The Babylonians believed that almost every illness came from him. Sulak liked to hide in bathrooms and toilets, waiting for his next victim. Talk about a crappy way to go. To avoid drawing his attention, doing your business quietly and modestly was important. So, the next time you're in the bathroom, remember Sulak. And if you hear a growl coming from the toilet bowl, it might be time to get out of there. We typically think of demons as malevolent, evil beings who do nothing but bring misery and destruction. But then there's Andromalius, who honestly seems like a pretty stand-up guy. I mean, as far as demons go, at least. This Earl of Hell, from Judeo-Christian mythology, appears as a bearded old man carrying a big snake around. Okay, that might sound ominous, but hear me out. Andromalius is pretty much the chief of police in the Pit of Fire. He has the ability to find and capture thieves and return stolen property. Andromalius also doles out punishment for stealing, lying, and evil deeds in general. Sure, it's in demons' job description to make evildoers pay for their crimes in hell, but you have to appreciate Andromalius for going out of his way to find and catch bad guys. He's like the Batman of hell, but instead of a cool car and gadgets, he just has a snake. And instead of brooding on rooftops, he's probably just chilling in his fiery office, waiting for his next case. Andromalius. We have a report of a demon who stole another demon's pitchfork. Andromalius. There's a group of imps causing chaos in the 6th circle. You know, typical police stuff. So, if you're ever in hell and you've been wronged, Andromalius is the demon you want on your side. Just, maybe lay low on the stealing and lying while you're down there. Like Sulak, Baal-Peor from Judeo-Christian myth is also associated with toilets. But he doesn't hide there. Instead, he rules over his domain in hell from his porcelain throne. Baal-Peor is a hideous, bearded, horned demon who perpetually sits on the toilet. That's because he's the supreme lord of the sin of sloth, and getting up to go to the bathroom is just too much effort for him. But he also seems to have a thing for lavatorial activities. It's said that the best way to invoke Baal-Peor is to do so while you're doing your own business. To sweeten the deal, you can also offer Baal-Peor a turd. That's apparently his favourite snack. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to think these demons have some weird bathroom-related issues. I mean, first Sulak, the toilet haunter, and now Baal-Peor, the slothful toilet king. What's next? A demon who haunts the paper towel dispenser? Maybe it's a commentary on humanity's relationship with waste and hygiene. Or maybe these demons are just really, really into toilets. Either way, I'm never looking at a bathroom the same way again. aka Mana, the evil mind. Our next demon hails from Zoroastrian mythology. Aka Mana, also known as Akem Mana, Akoman, or Akvan, represents the evil mind. His name means mana, made evil, with mana representing the mind. Aka Mana is basically the embodiment of all those negative thoughts that keep you up at night. You know, the ones that tell you you're not good enough, that you'll never amount to anything, and that everyone secretly hates you. Yeah, those are all Akamana's doing. This demon's job is to prevent people from fulfilling their moral duties, such as being a good parent or saving a life. He's like the little devil on your shoulder, whispering temptations in your ear and trying to lead you astray. But here's the thing about Akamana. He can only influence you if you let him. You have the power to choose which thoughts you listen to and which ones you ignore. So the next time you're feeling down on yourself, remember that Akamana is just trying to bring you down. Don't let him win. Fight back with positive thoughts, surround yourself with supportive people, and remember that you are worthy of love and happiness. Asag, the fish boiler. This grotesque Sumerian demon makes Sulak and Baal-Peor look like amateurs when it comes to unpleasantness. Asag is one of many demons that causes sickness. What separates him from other demons is his grotesque appearance and his bizarre offspring. Asag is described as a monstrous, hairy creature with a head that resembles a lion's, complete with a mane. But here's where things get weird. This demon had sex with all the mountains in the world, resulting in a litter of rock demon offspring that defend him in battle. I don't even want to know how that works, but I can only assume it involved a lot of awkward maneuvering and maybe some heavy machinery. His presence is so hideous that it causes fish to boil alive in rivers and lakes within viewing distance. Imagine being a fish, just minding your own business, swimming around, looking for some algae to snack on, when suddenly the water starts to heat up. You look around, trying to figure out what's going on, and then you see it. Asag in all his grotesque glory, just chilling on the shore, watching as you and all your fish friends slowly cook to death. Talk about a bad day. So, if you're ever out for a swim and you see a bunch of dead fish floating on the surface of the water, it might be a good idea to get out of there. You don't want to stick around and find out what caused it. Trust me. Nuribotoki, the fish Buddha. Our final demon of the day hails from Japan, and it's probably the weirdest one yet. It's called the Nuribotoki, and it's basically an undead fish Buddha. I told you it was weird. This creature appears as a fat, Buddha-like figure with blackened, flabby skin, a fishtail, and bulging eyes. Imagine being woken up by something flapping around in your house. You turn on the light, expecting a raccoon or stray cat. But instead, you see the Nuribotoke, its bulging eyes staring right through you. Despite its terrifying appearance, the Nuribotoke is mostly harmless. It crawls out of a family shrine left open at night. It flies around, scaring people and pinching them with its tail. You can drive it away by throwing salt or closing the shrine. So, if you see an open shrine after dark, maybe just keep walking. You don't want to risk running into the Nuribotoke. So, there you have it. 6 of the weirdest, most bizarre demons you've probably never heard of. I'm not sure what's more disturbing, the demons themselves or the fact that someone, somewhere, sat down and thought of them. I mean, seriously, who wakes up one day and decides to create a demon that lives in toilets and eats poop? or a demon that's basically just a giant flying fish with a Buddha head. I guess that's the power of mythology for you. It's a wild ride through the darkest corners of human imagination, and you never know what you're going to find. Just remember to keep a nightlight on, and maybe don't forget to close your family shrine before you go to sleep.